have any good books for women about ministry, single women about ministry. I actually have one favorite book outside of scripture that I feel is perfect to inspire young single women in the ministry. And that is Corrie ten Boom's book, My Father's House. She was so industrious and creative, and while you can be a member of a local church and be under the authority of that local church, God doesn't really limit us on how to have outreach into our community. And that book is just inspiring. I have no other word for it than that. I feel like if that was the only book you read outside of scripture, as far as single women in ministry, you could go a long way and never exhaust the ideas that are within it. That being said, I did do a video recently on what ministries single people might be overlooking. And I would encourage you to watch that video because it kind of embodies the heart of ministry. And I know that a lot of single women do want to serve the Lord wholly. And a lot of single women have a heart for missions. And our Sunday school teacher today was talking about how his sister works kind of he's at a school marm in the Philippines. And sometimes ladies think, well, if I don't have children of my own, then I don't have any true disciples. But that's not true, because there are so many people out there who don't have good mother figures, good role models. There are orphans, there are children who are truthfully just neglected, even in America. And to have somebody reach out and mentor them is huge. So I would encourage you to kind of think outside the box. Amy Carmichael is another author. Her works she writes in a different mindset, probably because she worked in India and it's just different culture. But as far as industrious, hardworking woman with a heart for what the Lord would have her do, she is very, very well spoken and convicting, really. But also, I just want you to not neglect history books, world history books, because in this season of your life, very often what you're lacking is experience. And with experience can come wisdom. And I would encourage you to try to learn as much as you can about true world history, because you'll start to understand the cycles of people, the cycles of government, the cycles of human nature, and it can give you hope. It can help you to not fall in certain traps or get caught up in an emotional momentum of somebody's ministry, because I'm sorry if you're tired of hearing me say it, but any revolutionary can state the flaws in any regime. But is their solution biblical? And if you look at world history in light of scripture, and you look at ministries and historical ministries in light of scripture, and just learn as much wisdom as you can, it will help you tremendously in serving people. So that's what I would do. Corrie ten Boom's My Father's House, and also Tramp for the Lord is good, because she's then an older single woman serving the Lord. Amy Carmichael's books, challenging, convicting, will raise your level of intelligence in just reading her books, and as much world history, a broad demographic of truth. Try to gain that so that you can gain wisdom, so that what you lack in experience, you can learn from the experience of others. Anything else? Just keeping industrious and be a good steward of your time. You have something in this season that married women with children, they don't realize was so precious. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and we were talking about outreach, and the lady on there said, ladies who are married with children, don't be discouraged, because whereas you might have once been active in outreach. Now you are very active in inreach only. So there are times and seasons for everything, and what a blessing this season is for you. You have so many opportunities that sometimes you don't realize because there's this pressure for the next thing. Marriage is the next thing. That's when you'll begin your real life. But your real life is now, and it's a stewardship to the Lord because you are created to please Him, and you can please Him very much in this season of life as you are holy in body and spirit and serving Him and using your time in a way that so many married women with children would. They dream of that time because Satan wants to keep us all discontented in the season that we are in. I hope this was helpful.